All right, so our last one, we're identifying this. So our amplitude is 4, remembering, so this is in the form of A, the sine, bx minus c plus d. So our amplitude is 4. Our period is 2 pi over b. So 2 pi over 2, so it's pi. Phase shift c over b. So 1/6 divided by 2. So 1/6 times our reciprocal of 1/2. So 1/12, and it's minus, so to the right. And then it goes up 2. And now we're asked to graph some of these. So our amplitude is 2. Our period, 2 pi over b. So 2 pi divided by 2/3. So that's 2 pi times 3 over 2. So 6 pi over 2. So we have 3 pi. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our amplitude is 3. Negative 3. So this is 3 pi. So this needs to be 3 pi, a fourth of that, so divided by 4. So if I double that, that's 6 pi over 4, 9 pi over 4. Cosine. Cosine starts high. So high, medium, low, medium, high, medium, low, medium, high. All right, the next one. So our amplitude is the 2/3, period, 2 pi divided by b, and in this case, so this is like 1 over 2. So it's 2 pi divided by half. So 2 pi times 2 over 1 is 4 pi. That makes this one nice and easy to graph. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 pi. So that means this is 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. 2/3, I might just go 2/3 and negative 2/3. Sine starts in the center, but it's negative, so it's going to go down first. Now we're going to do a couple that have a few more shifts. So our A value is 2. Our period, 2 pi over b, and b is 1. Our horizontal shift, plus, so that's to the left, pi over 2, and down 3. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2 pi. Halfway is pi, so this is pi over 2. So this would be 3 pi over 2. And let's see, down 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to dash in that at negative 3. Then our amplitude is 2. And then down to negative 5. So sine starts in our center, but it's to the left pi over 2. So it's actually going to move to here. So middle, center, down, middle, high, middle. This would be down, middle. And we have that one. All right, the next one we're going to look at. So our amplitude is half. Our period is 2 pi divided by 2, which is pi. The horizontal shift, it's going to go to the right, c over b. So that's pi over 2 and up 2. So we got pi, 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, which is pi over 2. This one moved up 2, so I'll dash in a line there. And then the amplitude is half, so put one right here. So that's 2.5 and 1.5. Cosine. Cosine starts high, so it normally starts here, but it moved to the right pi over 2. So it would go there. So the next one would be middle, down, middle, down, middle, high, middle, down. So now we're asked to write some equations. And again, it's easiest if we just write that equation with that b factored out. Because now we know our amplitude is 15. Our period is 2 pi over b. But our period is really 2 pi. So that means b has to be 1. So the sign of 1 to the right, minus pi over 2, minus 10. Wait, I messed this up. Sorry, our period is 4 pi. So to figure out what this is, we got to do some solving. This was my bad. Times b times b. So 4 pi b equals 2 pi. Divide by 4 pi. So we have 1/2. So this should be half in there. All right, and this last one, the cosine. So that same thing, the cosine of b, x plus c plus d, vertical shift of 5, amplitude of 2/3. So our period equals pi over 3. I'm going to cross multiply, so 6 pi equals pi times b, so b equals 6. So the cosine of 6, x to the left, so plus pi over 3. Now there's a couple of review problems on here. So this is the sine of 7 pi over 6, so 7 times 30 is 210. These could be some gimme points on the test. So here's 210. Sine is our y value, so it's -1/2. 5 times 45. So that puts us in this quadrant. And I know cosine is our x value. So there's our x. Tangent of 2 pi over 3, so 2 times 60. So 60, so that's root 3 over 2, -1/2. Opposite over adjacent, so that's -√3. Cosine of 3 pi over 2, 3 times 90, 0, -1, and cosine is our x, so that means our answer is 0. Tangent of 3 pi over 4, so that's 45, root 2 over 2, -√2 over 2. Those are opposite and adjacent are the same, so that's 1, but it's negative, so -1. And then 11 times 30, so that puts us into this quadrant, 330. Sine is our y value, and that would be -1/2. And then our last two, we're asked to write the equation for the sine and the cosine. Okay, well, let's see if we can figure this out. So what is our period length? From here to here, our period is pi. So 2 pi over b equals pi, so b equals 1. And I notice my midline is at 2. And I see it starts at high, so I'm going to start with a cosine equation. So y equals, what's that amplitude? So 2, the cosine, our b value is, excuse me, that means b has to be 2. 2x, I guess I don't even need that if I don't do it with a phase shift, so 2x plus 2. Now if I did it with a sine would usually start here, but it moved over, or I could say it moved, well, this, if I moved it over this way, it's going down. So I'd have to say it moved here, backwards, because then it would go up. So our sine equation would be 2 the cosine of 2. X, it moved to the left, so plus pi over 4 plus 2. And this one, let's see if we can find this. So our midline is at -2. So it goes from here, a full cycle, let's see, would be to here. So our period, 2 pi over b equals 16. So 2 pi equals 16b. So 2 pi over 16 equals b. So that would be pi over 8. And it starts in the center, but then it goes down. So I'm going to start this with a sine function. So y equals negative. Let's see, our amplitude, again, is 2. The sine, our b value, is pi over 8x. And then it moved down to that midline. But what if I did this as a cosine? So cosine would have started here. But let's see, where in cosine would have to usually goes down, right? So cosine got shifted to right here. So as a cosine, or I could say it shifted this way. So there's two different ways that you can write this. There's a lot of ways. I could still say if it's a cosine, it started high. So that would be 2 the cosine pi over 8 x. If I said it went to the left, plus 4 minus 2. Or I could say that same thing, pi over 8 x to the right minus 12 minus 2.